Hi there, it's Ashley from the Active Sisters. Today I thought I might show you guys some poses that you can do for stress release, relaxation, after a big long day at work, or if you've had a hard day with the children, make sure that they're in bed before you start this. So what you're going to do first is we're going to come to a cross-legged position. Making sure both sit bones are on the floor. We're going to take 2 deep breaths in. On the second exhale, you're going to come down. I'm going to place a block here just because I haven't really warmed up today. Placing the block, we're going to come down, exhale, coming down, bringing the forehead onto the block. Letting the hands out in front, on the knees, side of the block, whatever feels more comfortable for you. You're going to take 5 nice deep breaths with the exhales, really relaxing the body with each one. I find forward bends can sometimes be a little bit uncomfortable for some people, but the way I find it is the exhale is pushed out more and it makes it a bit more relaxing on the body. So coming down. Taking 5 nice deep breaths. On the next inhale, you're coming up. We're going to switch legs because you've stretched one leg, you've got to stretch the other. Alright, again, taking 2 deep breaths. Exhaling, coming down. You can do this without a block if you feel, or you can turn the block to come this way. Whatever feels more relaxing for you, don't push yourself too hard because then it's going to defeat the purpose of the poses. Two more nice deep breaths. And on the next inhale, you're coming up. From here, I'm just going to face you. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up to the side. Interlace the fingers and push the palms up. Take an exhale. Take another inhale in. We're going to exhale, we're going to come down, placing the hand on the floor, bringing the arm over. Making sure the shoulder is behind the ear. If you want to make it a bit wider, you're coming down, bringing the elbow. So you should feel this in your neck and down the back there. Keeping both sit bones on the floor. You can choose to look up or look down depending on how your neck feels, or just keeping it in a neutral position. Taking 5 more breaths here. Nice and deep. Next inhale, you're going to inhale. Arms to center. Exhale, pushing up. Take a deep inhale in. And we're going to exhale, coming down to the other side. Again, making it, if you want to come out and down, or just coming in. Whatever feels right for your body. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. On your next inhale, coming to center, and exhaling, coming down. From here, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. actually just coming onto your knees. Keeping them just hip distance apart. To do that, you're doing 2 fists coming in between the legs. You can do this one without a block or with a block. So with a block, you're coming down, coming up. What we're going to do here is inhale, coming up, rising those hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to come down, bring the forehead onto the block and sweeping the arms up. And bringing those, interlacing those fingers and coming up. If you're doing it without a block, arms coming up. Exhale, coming down, placing the tip of the head on the floor, so where the forehead and the top of the head meets, and interlacing those fingers and coming up. Taking 5 breaths here. You can have your palms facing towards you, or palms facing the ceiling. Two more nice deep breaths. Then exhale, bring the arms down, placing them on the ground, onto the mat. Bring the back nice and straight. From here, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to push up into a down dog. Bring those hips up to the ceiling, making sure that those elbows are facing each other. Head comes between the legs. Slowly walking 1 heel down at a time, keeping the back nice and straight, hips up to the ceiling. Keep your knees bent if it's feeling a little bit tight, and slowly just coming down. Nice deep breaths. Then from here, we're going to walk the hands to the feet. Coming up nice and slow, bring the bottom up first, and rising up. Taking a deep inhale in, and coming up. So from here, we're going to step the right foot forward. We're going to turn both feet to face the front. Bringing the feet out nice and wide. We're going to inhale from here. We're going to inhale coming up. You can use a block if you like, coming down. Hands coming to the block. Just placing the hands like that. Taking nice deep breaths in. Keeping the neck nice and neutral. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, you're coming down. Bring the head to the block. And the arms coming up. Taking 5 nice deep breaths here. If you don't need a block, don't use a block. Nice deep breaths. 2 more. On your next exhale, hands coming down, pushing up, and coming up. From here, we're going to step both feet in. You're going to have them just a little bit apart. Don't need the block for this one if you don't want it. From here, we're going to inhale. We're going to bring the arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale. We're going to come down. Keeping the legs straight. You can have them slightly bent as well. Coming down, tucking the chin to the chest. From here, you're going to bring both hands onto the elbows. And we're just going to rock from side to side. Taking nice deep breaths. If you'd like to go further in, you can bend the knees when coming in. Keeping the stomach on the knee, on the top of the knees, the legs, sorry. Rocking from side to side. 2 more breaths. I can hear a child coming. From here, you're going to inhale and coming up nice and slow. For this next pose, which is the plow pose, don't do it if you have any lower back problems. To get into this pose, you're coming down onto your backs. You're going to bring the knees to the chest. And we're just going to rock down Then coming back up. 2, and one more time. And coming over.
You can't see my feet, but you're walking your feet down the wall. From here, we're just going to take 5 nice deep breaths. You can come all the way to the floor if you like. We're coming up. One more breath. From there, you're going to exhale, you're going to come down. Nice and slow.
We're coming up. For this last pose, we're just going to put our legs up the wall. To do that, you can either go into Shavasana as well if you like and just play some relaxation music or some meditation. If you'd like to do the legs up the wall, bring your bottom as close as you can to the wall. And you're swinging those legs up, keeping the hips nice and those sit bones on the wall. Palms facing out. You can choose to stay here for 5 to 15 minutes, listen to some music or listen to a yoga meditation. Close your eyes and just take a few nice deep breaths. This pose is good for grounding yourself, letting all the blood run down to the legs. Try not to think about anything, just focus on the breath. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, you're turning, bending the legs, turning to come out of the pose, and then coming up. I hope that these poses help you feel a little bit less stressed. Thank you. Namaste. And no need to wonder what's been on my mind.